Hi there, everyone. I am Andrew Fazekas, your host for the night sky this week for February 12th, 2024. I hope you're doing great wherever you are. Did you get to do some stargazing this past weekend? Did you have some clear skies? Here in Montreal, not so lucky. Last week, I did have a great run, but now we've got the clouds come back and it's getting colder again. So maybe a little bit of wait. I'm still hoping maybe later this week I'll have some time to do some sky watching. But I love to hear where you're watching from and what you've been looking at the night sky. What's your favorite thing that you've been looking at and observing, maybe with the naked eye, binoculars, or telescopes? I'd love to hear. See folks chiming in already, watching from different parts in the world. Where do we have? We've got Rebecca from Richmond, Virginia. We've got a viewer from Greece as well. Annie from North Texas joining. Wonderful. Just keep them coming in. I'd love to see them comments throughout everywhere. Hey, listen, we're here every week talking about the night sky, sharing stories of what we can see in the sky, and I give my curated picks of what I feel are some of the really fun things you should be looking out for, especially for beginners, for those of you that are casual observers. That's what I'm here for. But I throw in some other things that are great for binoculars and telescopes. So if you are a little bit more advanced, do tune in and stay here. Share your ideas as well, what you'd like to see me talking about. Love to see that. And if you find value in these videos, please do all those good things. Share, give me a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to my channel. Hit those notification buttons so you don't miss any of my updates that I do give throughout the week. And before I begin, let me just say, by the way, I know the solar eclipse in North America is coming fast and furious. We're officially less than 2 months away. It's going to be happening on April 8th, 2024. And of course, to be prepared for that eclipse, you're going to need a guide, and which I'll have up very soon on my website, a guide for you to look at when and where and how to see it. And of course, I'll also have some solar eclipses for glasses, special safe glasses for sale, ones that I use, my children have been using for years, looking at eclipses using these glasses, and they're just great. And I'll have those available, very affordable, on my website very soon, very shortly, for sale. So just stay tuned for those. Wherever you are around the world, they'll be available for you. Get ready for this eclipse. You don't want to miss it on April 8th. It'll be visible throughout North America. It's so cool. So stay tuned for that. Hey, why don't we just dive into the planetarium program from my friends at Sky Safari. This is Sky Safari Pro, one of my favorite planetarium programs. And there we have the setup for sunset on Monday, February 12th. And this week's show really focuses, again, at my favorite, when the moon acts as a wonderful guidepost and pointing out things in the night sky. And of course, the setup here, we have our little Saturn bowing out from the evening sky, heading really close to the sun. You can see that's an hour after sunset. There is Saturn, the ringed world, really getting kind of lost in the glare of the sunset. But higher up is coming up the crescent moon. This is the waxing crescent moon. There it is. You can see it's just gorgeous, hanging in the sky in the southwest. Again, this is Monday, the view. And what you'll notice is that if you look farther up above the moon, there is Jupiter. If I just kind of zoom out, you'll kind of see the whole picture there. There we are. You can see the moon and Jupiter, and even planet Uranus. If you have binoculars and telescopes, that's also a great target. The Uranus-Jupiter pairing is really fortuitous because it allows you to find Uranus much more easily, because Jupiter is just so easy to see with the unaided eye. So you don't need binoculars, telescope, just your eyes to see Jupiter. And so it's a great guidepost for finding Uranus. But guess what? It gets better this week. So this is, as I said, the view as it is on Monday. Rising in the east, southeast are the real strength, the dominant stars of this time of the year. Leading the pack, of course, is Orion. If we go a little bit later at night, you can see when it really darkness falls, Orion really dominates, right? And all its retinue of bright stars that surround it. And nice happenstance is that Jupiter is nearby too. So in fact, the brightest star-like objects, one is a planet, is Jupiter, and a real genuine star is Sirius in the east. And you can kind of draw a line between them, and Orion is in between there. Try it out. If you go out, even if you're stuck within city limits and there's lots of light pollution, these are objects that are still visible within city limits. You don't have to go out to a dark countryside. Don't worry about it. Don't let that stop you, the light pollution, from doing astronomy, from doing sky watching, even if it's just casual, something just for a few minutes. This is something that'll be easily visible. We've got joining our live stream today, we've got Olya from Portugal. So nice of you to join us. Great to see you on board. And let's see, we've got Gopa from New Jersey. Nice of you to join. Hi Parth, nice of you to be on here as well. It's great to see. I just love to see where people are located. And Rebecca in Richmond, Virginia says it's been rainy all weekend. Totally get it. I get it. It's when, we've got this time of the year, we're heading into some really unsettled weather here in northeastern North America, that's for sure. Rebecca's asking me, where am I going to be for the eclipse? Good question. I was planning to go to Texas, and I still may, I don't know, but I'm very fortunate because the eclipse is heading right through right through here in Montreal, where I am located. So I'm well positioned in terms of the pathway for totality. And the only thing is just the weather. But really, from what I'm getting, I don't know how much better Texas will be than from Montreal in terms of the weather reports. The statistics may show that it might be okay for me to stay here. So I might very well do that. Set up probably a live stream of some sorts, definitely putting out content. You will see lots of stuff from me regarding the eclipse. I've done eclipses before. I've covered them for National Geographic. I've been doing it for news agencies. So I'm very familiar with what it's all about and what you need to know about that. So please, if you have questions also about the eclipse, do send them in the comments and send them to me by email as well. I love to hear from you guys about that. Orion, as always, easy to find. Yeah, always can find that easy. Bill Dyer is also from Cornwall, England, joining us. We've got Lucana from Chicago. So nice to be here for Chicago. And Faye from Jamaica. Hoping you have some clear sky. Just a gorgeous location you have. I'm envious. I'd love to be there in Jamaica and be looking up at the stars from your location. So fortunate. Enjoy your skies. We've got Deb from Denver joining us, Denver, Colorado. We've got John from South Carolina on board today. So nice of you to join, John. And Jesse from Arizona. Another great location you have there for looking at the skies. Lots of, clear skies in Arizona. A lot more than I have here in Montreal. Nancy's on board as well. Sphere from Lebanon. So nice of you to join us. Definitely looking forward to the eclipse. Lucana says, my son is having his first son on eclipse time. Oh, wow. Very nice. Yes, a lot of schools are talking about, should they be letting kids out early? Are they going to be doing programs? I don't know. There's so much buzz around the solar eclipse. Hey, Jim from British Columbia. Nice. Faye says beautiful sunshine. Absolutely. So there we are, guys. That's the setup for the skies tonight, Monday. But let's go over here and show you. If I move this for the next days as they're coming up, watch the moon. I want you to see what happens to the moon. Let me just go this way. Let me get off there and point it that way. That is Tuesday night. You see where the moon has jumped? It's in Pisces all throughout. Even tonight, Monday night, Tuesday night's in Pisces as well, the fish zodiacal constellation. And look what happens here on 14th Wednesday. Guess what? Just in time for, you got it, Valentine's Day. So here we have a beautiful couple, a celestial couple, shining bright in the southwest western skies. How romantic is this, guys? This is just beautiful. If you want to set up a date if you're going out on a date, perhaps, how beautiful is this to commemorate that date? Is the celestial joining of two beautiful objects, brilliant, enough to be seen by the naked eye, even in the city, the crescent moon and Jupiter. This will knock your eyes out. Hopefully you get clear skies. Wednesday, the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, you get a beautiful celebration of this day with Moon and Jupiter together. Now, if I zoom in close up, look at this view. This is just gorgeous. So this is the view that you would get through binoculars. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me just zoom out here. There you go. That is the kind of the view that you would get through binoculars. Jupiter and the crescent moon pairing up in the skies. And by the way, just a little notice, if you take some photographs of this with your smartphone, share that with me. I'd love to see that. But use the hashtags One People, One Sky and hashtag Beauty Without Borders. As many of you know, I work with Astronomers Without Borders, a beautiful nonprofit international charity, and they're running this beautiful campaign, global photographic campaign, using your smartphone. Take a picture of Jupiter and the moon on Valentine's Day after sunset and share that with those hashtags, whatever social channel you're using, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever that is now, wherever you are, Instagram, use the hashtag One People, One Sky or Beauty Without Borders. I'm going to put that into the chat so you don't forget. One People, One Sky. That is one. And the other one is Beauty Without Borders. And this is really, the idea here is that we all share the same sky and we see the same events in the sky. We can share this as well. So use those hashtags, share them on your social media, and it'll go out to the world. We can all see what you're doing. So use your smartphones. Again, Wednesday after sunset, wait about a half hour, 45 minutes after your sun sets. This is an absolute gorgeous pairing that'll be in the southwestern skies. Again, this is about an hour and a half after sunset. This is what it'll look like on Wednesday night. And now look what else is there. For those of you that have more power with binoculars and telescopes, is you get to see Uranus right there as well. It's just gorgeous. And by the way, Jupiter and the moon will be very close. I mean, they'll be so close that you can take your fist at arm's length and it'll be the distance between the two will be within your fist. I mean, your fist will be wider than the distance that separates Jupiter and the moon in the sky. And as the night progresses, right, as the pair moves in the sky from hour to hour, here you can see like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours after sunset, the pair will be close, even closer together as they're setting in the west late at night. We're talking about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, midnight. They'll be even closer together. So this is by far the top thing for the week. I wanted to get out there today because I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. It'll knock your socks off. It's so beautiful. Stay tuned for a sky chart for this. I'll put that on my timeline on Facebook and Twitter and all that. You'll be able to see that so easily wherever you are. So just stay tuned. Gina from Connecticut, see you there. You're going to be able to watch it as long as you have clear skies. Now, what happens if you don't have clear skies? Let me just move back earlier in the evening on Wednesday. There we go. And I'll just zoom in. Okay, so while this is the view that you'll see on Wednesday, by Thursday, the 15th, watch what happens to the moon. The moon is going to be joining another planet, a much more challenging planet. This one is Uranus that I was just talking about. a minute ago. And so on Thursday night is a great opportunity to see Uranus next to the moon. So most of us have never even seen this green ice giant planet that's over 2 billion kilometers away from us. And it takes light, over 2 hours, almost 3 hours to reach your eye. But yet you can see it with binoculars, nothing more than binoculars. And it'll be right next to the moon on Thursday, the 15th. So if you've got clear skies, this is the challenge I put out to you. Look for that green dot in your binoculars or telescope next to the moon. This is the positioning of the two objects, two vastly different objects. And the moon is just a great guidepost for finding Uranus if you've never seen it before. And I want to hear from you. I want to hear if you've seen Uranus. So put that into the comments or write me on my timeline. I'd love to hear your comments of being able to track down Uranus. This is a great challenge. Again, Thursday the 15th is when that is going to happen. And if we continue moving down the week, look where the moon is on the 16th. This is this Friday coming up. If that wasn't enough, look where the moon is. It's going to be pairing up with another celestial gem. You don't want to miss this. The moon will be right next door to the most beautiful star cluster, open star cluster you can see with binoculars or a small telescope. It's called the Pleiades. I've talked numerous times about it. You know that. It's my favorite. It's 444 light years away, and the moon is going to be right next to it, pairing up for the 16th. So again, sort of a part of this Valentine celebration this week, folks, is this lovely pairing of two beautiful objects. That quarter moon will reach officially the first quarter phase of the moon on Friday, and in celebration of that, it's pairing up with the Pleiades, this beautiful cluster. So one of the closest open clusters. It's called an open cluster because it's kind of like a loose gathering of gems there, sparkling gems. The moon is going to be right next door to it. Where are they? In the constellation Taurus, the bull. All of this action happening high up in the sky, in the southern sky. And so don't forget, and wherever you are around the world, this is going to be visible. Find the moon on Friday, look with binoculars, and you'll be able to just hunt down that right next to it. You can't miss it, is this beautiful little cluster, a clustering of gems, which is called the Seven Sisters or the Pleiades. Now that's Friday. Now if we move on to Saturday, the moon will have moved off and is forming kind of a beautiful triangle with the Pleiades and Aldebaran, the red eye of the bull. 66 light years away, a red giant star. It's a dying star, and it'll form a triangular formation, the moon, Aldebaran, with the Pleiades. So find that as well. I mean, isn't this amazing? I think that's like so cool. This is what's in store for this week, folks. Just some gorgeous stuff. I'll put sky charts again on my timeline about each one of these events because you don't want to miss it. I'll make sure you don't miss it, and you'll have that with you on your phone to go outside and find these things. Don't forget, try to find Uranus. I'd love to hear if you can, and the Pleiades too, obviously, and make sure you take a picture of Jupiter and the moon together on Valentine's Day, the 14th. How cool is that? Hey, if you find value in this video at all, please do some good stuff by giving me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. I'm here every week giving you free advice, a curation of the night sky from over 40 years of experience of doing outreach in astronomy. I've spent my entire life basically passionate about the night sky. You can tell I am. I love it, and I love sharing it in different ways. If you are interested in supporting me, maybe you'd like to buy as a gift or for yourself, a signed, dedicated copy of my book, Backyard Guide to the Night Sky. It was published by National Geographic. It's considered one of the top bestseller stargazing guides out there, and I'm very proud of this because I've put all my tips and tricks in this book. It's a soft cover. It's great, something that you can take out anywhere you like. Again, it's available on my website, thenightskyguide.com. Also available, is a much larger book, a coffee table book called Stargazer's Atlas. Makes a great gift for someone or for yourself. And it has everything you'd ever want to know about the night sky in terms of what you can see in all 88 constellations and all kinds of good stuff like that. So also available in signed, dedicated copies on my website. And I'll be putting up a guide about the solar eclipse with glasses for sale as well. So if you're interested, I'll have them at a great price and guaranteed that these are safe. I've been using them myself with my family and my friends. So I'm just very honored to be able to offer that as well to all of you, my friends, my sky watching friends around the world. Thanks again for tuning in. It was really fantastic to be able to have you guys on board. I see all the comments. Keep them coming. I look through them. I respond to them after the show as well. So until the next video, stay safe and healthy. And of course, as always, clear skies, everyone. Bye-bye.